A stunning courtroom twist has sent tremors through South Africa's political landscape, deepening the turmoil surrounding the already strained ruling African National Congress, ANC. In a groundbreaking and forceful judgment, the High Court ordered ANC National Chairperson and Energy Minister Mantashe to submit a comprehensive affidavit within 5 working days. This document must reveal his role and any information he holds regarding systemic corruption within the ANC, a decision many have hailed as a historic step toward genuine democratic accountability in the country. The order, issued earlier today in Pretoria, followed an urgent judicial application brought forward by a coalition of civil society organizations, whistleblowers, and opposition parties. Their collective message was direct yet firm: the era of impunity is over, and it is time for top ANC figures to face scrutiny over years of corruption, financial abuse, and state resource exploitation. Legal analysts describe the ruling as landmark, marking the first instance in post-apartheid South Africa where a sitting ANC chairperson has been compelled by the courts to answer corruption allegations under oath. Delivering a sharply worded judgment, Justice Leto Moroka condemned the ANC's entrenched culture of impunity and internal political shielding that has plagued the party's leadership for decades. The public has been fed half-truths and political spin for far too long, he declared sternly from the bench. The time has come for full disclosure. He emphasized that Minister Mantashe stands equal before the law and must provide a sworn statement within 5 working days, outlining his knowledge, participation, or awareness of any corrupt acts within the ANC since assuming office. Justice Moroka also warned that any defiance of the court's directive would lead to contempt proceedings, potential fines, or even imprisonment. The ruling rests on a substantial body of evidence linking Mantashe to various alleged corrupt dealings. These include kickbacks from foreign energy companies, irregular tenders awarded under his ministerial authority, illegal campaign donations funneled through shell companies, and his alleged role in shielding corrupt officials from justice. His name appeared repeatedly in the Zondo Commission's report on state capture, particularly in sections exposing questionable energy contracts and manipulation of procurement systems. Further leaked internal reports and whistleblower testimonies suggest that Mantashe participated in an ANC network designed to suppress internal audits and silence whistleblowers, tactics meant to protect the party and its senior figures from legal exposure. Civil society groups, led by the activist coalition Justice Now SA, welcomed the judgment as a long overdue victory for transparency and democratic reform. "We are done with empty promises and political speeches," a spokesperson declared. If Mantashe has nothing to hide, he should take this opportunity to testify under oath. South Africans deserve truth, not another political cover-up disguised as reform. The organization stressed that while Mantashe is the first to be legally bound to give sworn testimony, he must not be the last. Meanwhile, President Cyril Ramaphosa offered a cautious and measured reaction during an economic forum in Cape Town. "As president, I revere the independence of the judiciary," Ramaphosa told reporters. Minister Mantashe, like any citizen, must comply with court directives. "Let the process unfold, we will not intervene." Political commentators, however, interpreted Ramaphosa's tone as a calculated attempt to distance himself from Mantashe amid rising pressure from all sides. With public anger mounting and the ANC's legitimacy under fire, analysts suggested the president's focus now lies in damage control rather than in defending his longtime ally. Opposition parties swiftly seized the opportunity to capitalize on the moment. Leaders from the Democratic Alliance, DA, Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, Action SA, and others issued joint statements describing the court's ruling as a turning point in the nation's fight against corruption. DA leader John Steenhuisen proclaimed, "This marks the beginning of the end for the ANC's culture of silence. Mantashe must not believe he can lie his way out of this. If he refuses the truth, we will demand his immediate arrest. The nation has had enough of impunity." Inside the ANC's Luthuli House headquarters, the judgment triggered a wave of panic. Emergency meetings were convened to craft public messaging, manage internal divisions, and assess potential fallout for other senior members who could be implicated by Mantashe's forthcoming testimony. Some high-ranking officials reportedly urged him to resign voluntarily, fearing his continued presence could damage the party's already fragile electoral prospects. Others expressed deeper concern that his sworn affidavit might spark a domino effect of arrests, resignations, and scandals involving both former and current cabinet ministers within Ramaphosa's administration. This isn't just about Mantashe, one senior ANC insider anonymously told reporters. Once he starts speaking, he won't fall alone. The old guard is terrified. This could unravel decades of tightly guarded secrets. Across South Africa, the public reaction was immediate and intense. Social media erupted as news of the ruling spread, with hashtags like #Mantashe must testify, #Court of Truth, #5 Days of Truth, and #ANC implosion dominating national trends within hours. Citizens flooded online platforms with memes, commentary threads, and reaction videos, many expressing cautious optimism that justice might finally be catching up with the political elite. Outside the Pretoria High Court, crowds gathered in solidarity with the judiciary, waving placards reading, "No one is above the law," and "We demand truth, this time we're watching." In Gauteng townships and across the Western Cape, civil society groups began organizing marches to ensure Mantashe complies fully with the court's directive. Activists warned against any attempts at secret negotiations or political compromises. "For too long, these men have believed they were untouchable," said one Soweto-based activist. "But today, the courts have spoken, and the people are listening." As the 5-day deadline begins, South Africa waits in suspense. Mantashe must now decide whether to comply with the High Court's demand and reveal all he knows, or risk prosecution, imprisonment, and national disgrace. Whatever choice he makes could mark the beginning of the end for the ANC's 30-year political dominance, and perhaps redefine the moral foundation of post-apartheid South Africa. One thing is undeniable: the clock is ticking, and the eyes of a weary nation are fixed on every passing second. If you found this report informative, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more updates like this.